Alright, so I know I always say this in every single what I eat in a day video, but I'm making this video for my mom. Okay, mom, I know you're watching this. I'm making this video for you specifically. For whatever reason, every time I make any sort of lifestyle transition, my mom automatically assumes that I am not eating anymore, when that could not be further from the truth. I understand that my mom cares about me, and I appreciate her for that. But I'm making this video to prove to her that I am indeed eating. And not only that, but I'm eating more than I was when I was living at the apartment. And at the apartment, I was eating more than I was when I was living with them at their house. Now, with that being said, the first thing you guys need to know is that I drink a gallon of water every day. A gallon of water every day. This has been consistent since, I believe, early 2018. Once you get that first gallon in, you'll never go back. You'll never go back, because once you know what it feels like to truly be hydrated, you'll wonder how people don't drink a gallon of water a day. So that's the first thing, a gallon of water. And what I do is, you got me bent if you think that I'm just buying a separate gallon every single day. No, I buy the gallon and then I refill it at the gym. I refill it at the gym at Planet Fitness. So Planet Fitness comes in clutch, man. If you're living this lifestyle, if you're living in a car, get you that Planet Fitness membership, bro. $25, $27 a month for the black card. It is well worth it. You are getting a lot of bang for your buck with that. Now, in addition to water, the only other non-food item that I do is this right here. Also, matter of fact, I do take protein powder, but I'll show you guys that in a second. This is the only vitamin that I take right here. This is a one daily multivitamin for men. It's a vegan multivitamin that I got on Amazon, and to my knowledge, it has everything that I might need. B12, D3, I mean, those were really the only supplements that I was taking prior to doing this lifestyle, so I figured I might as well just consolidate them into one multivitamin, and boom, I ended up getting this. So you can see, I'll just take one of these every morning with my breakfast. With that being said, for breakfast, every single day with no exceptions, I have one of these. Now, this right here, this is the Good and Gather Target brand granola. This right here absolutely slaps for no reason. And it's not just this flavor either. This is the chocolate flavor. It's probably my favorite, but pretty much all of the flavors that I've had were all absolutely phenomenal. But like I said, this is probably my favorite flavor. Now I'm gonna put the macros on the screen of what I'm getting with just one of these every single morning. Now this is a lot of food. It doesn't look like a lot of food, but this is a lot for breakfast. Believe me when I tell you that. So when I put those macros on the screen, you guys are gonna see that, oh, he's actually getting a lot of calories and a lot of protein from these meals. But this is what I eat for breakfast every single day. I typically rotate between this flavor right here, the strawberry shortcake flavor, which is probably my second runner-up. Very, very, very close second as far as my favorite flavor. And that's typically where I get most of my fruit from. It's the strawberry shortcake flavor. If you know, you know. I also do the cinnamon flavor, and sometimes I'll do the peanut butter flavor. But this right here, this is my favorite. Now, typically what I'll do is I'll just pour it into this bowl right here. I just bought this bowl from Walmart a few days ago. Prior to that, I was doing styrofoam bowls, the bowls that you can just throw away, but they take up a lot more space, and then you have to keep buying them over and over and over. This one I can simply wash, and I'll show you guys how I wash my dishes later on in this video. But yeah, I just pour this right here into this bowl, and then I eat it dry, just like that. Alright, so I just finished breakfast, as you guys can see. It's actually around 2 o'clock p.m., so I'm a little bit behind schedule, so probably not going to be able to show you guys how I make lunch, but once I show you guys what I have for lunch every day, you'll see that that's not even necessary. So I want to show you guys how I wash my dishes. So what I like to do to wash my dishes is I have a spray bottle and I fill it up with some dish soap. Okay, before I moved out of my apartment, I filled it up to maybe about here with dish soap. Filled up the rest with water. I shook it up really well. And now I just spray. I spray inside of the bowl just like this. Okay, this is the cheapest spray bottle you can get from Walmart. And it leaks a lot if you have the thing open. Every time I use it, I get the dish soap on my fingers and everything, but it is what it is, man. We're out here just living. So what I like to do is I fill it up with the dish soap, the dish water, whatever you want to call it. And then I just shake it around. I shake it around like this. So the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open my door, and you gotta do this really quick, okay? You gotta do this very discreetly, especially if you're in your sleeping location. Try to do this in a place that's not your sleeping location, and also try to do this on concrete, because I'm pretty sure that that dish soap will kill the grass or literally any other vegetation. If you wouldn't drink it, don't pour it in the grass. Okay, so I'm gonna open my door, make sure there's nobody coming. Watch this. Just like that. Okay, just that quick. I poured that out. So now, as you can see, I have 2 paper towels right here. These are my sponges. So I'm gonna use one to kind of lather and scrub the dish soap throughout the bowl. And then I'm gonna use the other one to dry it off afterward. Okay, so I'm basically just gonna fold this in half, and I'm going to wipe the inside just like this. Okay, I'm just wiping the inside of the bowl, scrubbing it down just like I would with the sponge. I'm gonna throw this away in my makeshift trash can. Then I'm gonna take the other paper towel, and like I said, I'm going to dry the bowl off. I'm gonna dry it off and take all of the suds with it. So after this, I have a clean bowl. Okay, I have a clean bowl. Just like when I bought the bowl, it's clean. All right, so for lunch every day, I like to make 2 built different peanut butter sandwiches. Now, this right here is my least favorite meal of the day. It doesn't really taste very good, but it's nutritious. It's nutritious, it's cheap, and it's sustainable. Because if you get this 1 tub of peanut butter, this will last you probably 2 to 3 weeks if you're eating it every day. And then the bread will last you maybe 5 days, give or take, if you're having 2 sandwiches per day, right? So I like to have that for lunch, and I usually like to time it such that I'm the hungriest when I eat this meal, because like I said, it's my least favorite. So I just wait until I'm really, really hungry, to the point that I think about eating out, and then I remember that I have my bread and my peanut butter in the back. So I'll simply take 4 pieces of bread, I'll put them on a plate, I'll put peanut butter with this knife right here, with one of these knives anyways, onto 2 pieces of bread, and I'll create 2 peanut butter sandwiches. Like I said earlier, I don't think I need to show you guys that. If you need me to make a peanut butter sandwich and show you guys how that's done, then I can make a whole separate video for that. But my gut feeling tells me that you guys don't need me to show you that. So 2 peanut butter sandwiches. I'll put the macros on the screen with this as well. This has a lot of protein, and it's actually relatively cheap. I want to say the bread is around $6-7 for a loaf. Lasts you about a week. And then the peanut butter, I don't even know how much the peanut butter cost, but what I do know is that I use crunchy peanut butter. Okay, I cannot stress this enough. It's 2023. It is 2023 now. We can't be out here eating creamy peanut butter. I mean, to each their own, you do you. But me personally, I'm not doing that. No, I'm not eating creamy peanut butter. Creamy peanut butter is crazy. I want to go ahead and show you guys what I eat for dinner. So basically, I have this bowl right here. This is where I eat my dinner every single day. And like I said earlier, I wash this bowl the same exact way that I wash that other bowl or any other dishes that I may use, with the same exact methodology. So this bowl right here is basically a mixing bowl. Okay, now what do I mix in this bowl? Let me put you guys on game real quick. You guys like Chipotle? Boom, canned food. Okay, canned food. This is where it's at. If you're living this lifestyle, if you're living this car life, and you don't have a stove, okay, I'm not the type of person to have a burner stove in my car. I didn't even cook when I lived in the apartment. I ate straight oven and microwave food and leftovers from my parents, bro. So best believe you're not getting any cooking videos from yours truly. Hell no, absolutely not. But I will show you guys how I put together my homemade, or I guess homemade Chipotle. So basically, I have the black beans. These are the low sodium, Good and Gather black beans. I typically try to aim for store brand canned food because in my estimation, I'm eating canned food. So whether I eat store brand or the name brand, it doesn't really matter. I'm eating canned food regardless. These right here, if you're struggling, if you're living in an apartment, if you're living in a van, a car, whatever, and you don't really have sufficient income to just be eating out every day, or you're really trying to stack your bread up, no pun intended, canned food, bro. I'm kind of mad that I wasn't on game about canned food when I was living in the apartment, because if I had known about canned food and just how good of a bargain canned food actually is, I probably wouldn't be living in a car right now. Or if I was living in a car, I would be living in a Mercedes Sprinter van. Nevertheless, better late than never. And right here I have the black beans, and then I also have the corn. For whatever reason, it's very difficult for me to find the store brand Good and Gathered corn at the Targets out here in California. Some of the Targets don't even have corn. Why that is, I have absolutely no idea. But generally speaking, if you can, try to find ones with the can that you can just open without the can opener. Typically the beans will have that, whereas the corn, you will need a can opener. And that's where my can opener comes in handy. Okay, so basically I will use this can opener to open the corn, boom, and then I'll open that. I'll drain both of these out. Okay, you drain the black beans and you drain the corn. I honestly wish that they had canned rice or something like that. That'd probably make this even better, but I'm just working with what I have right here. So I drain these out in the trash can. Okay, you won't just catch me draining these in the parking lot or whatever, because that could maybe get me a littering citation or something like that. I like to use the trash cans. Typically, I'll hang out at a park throughout the day and I'll use the park trash cans. Every park in America, damn near, is going to have trash cans. So I'll just drain them in the trash cans. If I don't have a trash can at a park, for whatever reason, I'll go to a gas station. If the park doesn't have a trash can, the gas station most certainly will. Every gas station in America is going to have trash cans. So I drain them in a trash can and then I pour them both in this bowl. Now, I empty out the whole can. It's a lot of food, okay? These cans don't look that big. Believe me when I tell you that when you pour these out into that bowl, especially when you combine the two, it adds up. It adds up. And I'm gonna put the macros on the screen to show you guys just how much I'm eating with this canned food. That shit really does add up. Now, I'm not just eating canned food by itself. Like I said, I like Chipotle, so I like to provide myself with the Chipotle experience, or at least as close as I can get to that. And that is where these come in. The soft flour tortillas. Okay, these right here are where a lot of your calories are going to come from with dinner. Canned food can be pretty filling, but it's not very calorically dense, especially the corn. These right here will add, I believe off the top of my head, I want to say 800 calories. I eat 5 of these. Okay, 5 of these with 1 of each of these in that bowl right there. And basically what I'll do is I'll put these in the bowl. I'll put the canned food in the bowl. I'll mix it up with one of my forks. And then I will scoop the beans and the corn and I will put them on the tortilla. I'll wrap the tortilla up and then I'll eat the tortilla. And I'll have 5 of those, and usually I'll have some leftover filling right there. So this right here is the protein powder that I currently use. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I've only really used this twice since I bought it. I think Christmas Eve, give or take. But nevertheless, when I do have my protein shakes to get that extra 40 grams of protein, which that would be 2 scoops of this protein powder with some water, it's 40 grams. I'll put 2 scoops in here with some water. I'll shake it up really good, and then I'll just drink it. This is the chocolate flavor. I'm gonna keep it real with you guys. It doesn't taste the best, but it's 40 extra grams of protein with very little calories. It's not super filling. So especially if you're out here lifting weights or just trying to get bulky, whatever, you definitely want to have that protein powder. This is a vegan protein powder, of course, Garden of Life. As a matter of fact, it's actually protein and greens. So I know some of you guys are probably wondering how I get my vegetables. This right here. And like I said, I get my fruit from the strawberry shortcake granola, and I'm living good, bro. I'm eating good, living my best life. I'm watching this guy dance over here at the bottom of this hill. He's been dancing for about 2 hours. I know he's tired. But either way, man, we're out here eating good. And Mom, if you're watching this, I'm eating good, okay? Every single day I'm eating good. If I'm not eating this, I'll eat out. But it's very rare that I eat out, because what's the point? There's no point in me spending that extra money to eat out when I can eat all of this stuff for the low. Now, I can't tell you how much this costs per day, but I do know that for a month, give or take, it should be a little under $300. So I guess you could say about $10 a day, pretty much every day, for 3 meals, 3 solid meals, over 3,000 calories and over 100 grams of protein. I say I'm doing pretty well for myself.